Hi everyone. This has been kind of a crazy day here. My name is Laura Milligan and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for over 21 years, and thank you for joining me. This is my Thursday Facebook Live Take 2, and I've been sharing gift card holders the past few times I've gone live, and so I have a really cute one I'm going to share today. It was inspired by a demonstrator friend of mine, Carol Payne, super talented, and so thank you, Carol, for this inspiration. I did tweak her design slightly, but it was definitely inspired by her. So thank you, Carol, for that. We had an internet problem. My internet provider lost all connections, so that's why I'm a little bit late today. But for those of you that are joining me now, I appreciate it. If you're watching on replay, I appreciate that as well. Let me know you're there. Leave me a comment. Let me know if you are decorated for Christmas or not yet. I've been working on that. I'm not quite done yet, but I have some super cute things I want to show you today. And I also want to mention that yesterday started our last chance list of products from our July to December mini catalog. We have a lot of great deals. There are certain things that are half off, and I'm going to show you a couple of those. But I also kicked off that sale, that last chance list, with free shipping, and that's something that I personally am offering. It's only for those of you that order through me. So I gave free shipping today and yesterday. So if you order from me yet today and your order is a minimum of $50, I'll give you free shipping. I just thought that would be a good thing to do to kick off this month of December. So I'm going to switch my phone down. I have a couple things I'm going to talk to you about. Let's see. Okay, there we go. If you do want to place an order through me, you can go to lauramilligan.com and you will see a link that says shop. Just click on that, and this is the host code that you want to use. If your order is $50 or more, you will get free shipping. I will reimburse you when I send you your thank you card. In the mail, I will send a check. And if your order is over $150, don't use the host code. You will enjoy the host rewards, and I will still reimburse you for the shipping. So that's kind of a double bonus if you do that, the host rewards and free shipping. Okay, so I want to just briefly mention a class that I am offering. Let me pull this in here. It features the Touch of Ink stamp set, and this was a stamp set that you could get for $100 when we had celebration. And I have a few extras of these just because of the way my business is set up. So I had some extras of these, and so I decided to offer a class. And the class includes lots of product, and these are the 3 cards. You'll make 2 of each of these. The products will be included. The card kits will be included for those. You will also get a full pack of this. This is called Expressions in Ink Specialty Paper. You will get a full pack of this, and I use this for the basis of this class. Look how gorgeous these are. I just released this class a few days ago. I only have 2 stamp sets left, so if you are interested, don't delay, because when those 2 are claimed, the next 2 people that register, then my registration will close. The class is $45. You get about, I believe it's about $27 in product. I can't remember exactly. I should have checked before I came on live, but you get a full pack of this paper, you get a full bolt of this ribbon, and then you get this ephemera pack. And I love these, and this includes sequins and all these little specialty things that we actually used on the card. It coordinates with this paper, and so that class, you get all of that plus the stamp set for $45. If you need shipping, that would be an additional purchase, but it is a great deal, and it filled up really fast. I only have 2 spots left, so if you're interested, don't miss out on that. And so that is just called the Touch of Ink stamp class. You will need a basic black or a tuxedo black memento ink, and then these 3 ink colors, Just Jade, Pale Papaya, and Polished Pink. These will ship out probably mid-December, if not sooner. So don't miss out on that. Like I said, there's 2 spots left, and I have a feeling they're going to be gone very soon. Okay, so I wanted to just show you quickly. This is the gift card holder that I made on Monday. It is a little mini paper pumpkin box, and you can put some shreds in this and then add your gift card. You could also use this for candy or jewelry or any small little gift, but I just thought that was super cute. Totally different one today, and like I said, it was inspired by my friend Carol. And so this is how this one works. And it's going to actually flip forward, and then we're going to create a pocket, and your gift card will go right in this pocket. So let me show you how this goes together. I'm going to start with the base. I think first I'll sort of put the base, the main parts of this together, and then we'll take it from there. I will be posting this on my blog tomorrow, and I will include all of the measurements. But for this piece, this is like the flip down part. There's a smaller panel here, a little bit larger here at the bottom, this flap. You're going to put the smaller one at the top, and I'm going to take my Tombow, and let me get this going here. I'm going to put my adhesive on this flap, and then what you want to do is line this up flush with the left side of this evening evergreen panel and along the bottom. So I'm going to just do that, lining it up right up against there. And I'm going to lay it flat so that I can see, and that looks pretty good. I'm just going to hold that. Whoops, I got a little carried away with my glue, but you know what? That's going to be covered up, so it's going to be just fine. I wanted to make sure it stuck really well, right? Okay. Hi, everybody. Hi, Tanae. Hi, Myra. All right. Next thing we're going to do is attach this red panel, and you can see how that then covers up our mechanism, our flip mechanism, or flap, I should say. It's not really a mechanism. Okay, so we're going to put that there. And I'm just going to set that aside a minute to let that, oh, you know what, the other thing I'm going to do, and then I'll let all of this just set a minute to dry. I'm going to take my Tombow and just put a thin line of glue along this panel here. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Laura. How are all of you today? We've had a crazy day. It's really windy outside, and maybe that's why we lost our internet connection. I'm not sure, but okay, so this I'm just gonna hold down for a second, and this is the pocket, so you want to be sure to only put your adhesive on the outside edge here. And I'm going to just set that aside a minute and do a little bit of stamping. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this pen. Like I said, I'll have all the measurements on my blog tomorrow, which is this lauramilligan.com. So I'm going to start with this panel, and I am using the, there's a word set, and in that word set is have a Holly Jolly Christmas. I thought that'd be super cute on the front of this. Let's see, here's my Real Red ink. Here's this word set. It's super cute. It's called Holly Jolly Wishes. It has really good, fun, lighthearted words. Jingle all the way, fa la 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 la. Have a Holly Jolly Christmas. That's what I'm using. I love this big Merry Christmas too. This is a really good Christmas happy word set. So that Be of Good Cheer is really cute. So I thought I would use the Have a Holly Jolly Christmas. So I'm going to stamp this in Real Red, and that's just going to go on this little panel here. Let's see, like that. Just do that like that. And then what I did was I took this punch, which is it's from the Holidays bundle. It is, or Happy Holidays. It's this holly border punch, and I'm just going to use a couple of the holly leaves here. So I have a little scrap of green. I'm going to go ahead and punch that. I just thought with those words, I had to use this holly punch. And you can see it punches out little berries as well as the leaves, of course. So I'm going to take 2 of those. I'll slide these away. And I'm just going to attach these up here. And I did that with mini dimensionals. I thought that would be cute to have those pop up. So let me find... Okay, here's my mini dimensionals. Just going to put those on the back. And sometimes what I like to do to create some dimension with these is to put a dimensional at the top like this, and then just put a dab of my Tombow at the bottom so that the top, it's not evenly popped up. Like the top is popped up and then the lower part is flat. And you've seen me do this before. So I'm just going to hold that down. It just gives it, I think it's cute. It gives it a little bit of added dimension. Can you see that? See how that looks? Let me turn it sideways. Maybe you can see. It's just not totally popped up. It's kind of flat at the bottom. So I'm going to do the same thing on this one. Hi, Kathy. How are you? Okay, so I'll put a little dab of glue here. And do the same thing. I'll just line up these, popping up the top of the holly leaves and then just holding the other down like that. And normally holly has, I think of holly as having the 3 red berries, but I thought for this, I would just use 1. So I'm using my red rhinestones. Use these all the time, and you get a lot of them in the packet. I'm just going to put that there like that. And of course, at Christmas, we all love the sparkle. You have to have some bling at Christmas, right? All right. I was hoping that Lucy would be here with me today, but she could not be. And I think she'll be able to come next week. So we will all look forward to seeing Miss Lucy. She wants to come and do a Facebook Live. So hopefully we'll be able to work that out for next week. Those of you that know her. Okay, so there's the front little part. Have a holly jolly Christmas. Isn't that cute? Okay, now we're going to work on this panel, this area here with Santa Claus hopping out of the chimney. So for that, let's see, what do I have here? I have this little piece of smoky slate, and I have embossed this with the that textile embossing folder. Some people call it the paper towel folder because it looks like a paper towel. Okay, and so then we'll add a panel of white here. I'm going to add that next. I think this is a really fun way to present a gift card. And like I said, on Monday when I did this, it's a great way to present a gift card. If you do something special, like put it in a box or even, put it in a bag. But when you do something cute like this, it just makes it more personal and makes it seem more like a gift. So I'm going to put that across here. And then, of course, Santa needs a chimney. So for my chimney, I used that brick and mortar embossing folder and just embossed the little brick. There's a close-up of it so that you can see that. And so that I'm just going to put right here. And we'll have our little Santa Claus hopping out of the chimney. So cute. We'll put that about there. And then I just took a teeny little piece of smoky slate, and that's like the top of the chimney. So we'll put that across there. This actually is really easy to make. It just has, a couple parts and pieces, but it's fun. It's fun to do that. Okay, then I'm going to stamp my Santa Claus, and he is from the Be Jolly stamp set. This one is retiring, so I love this Santa Claus, and I love the sweet little bird, the tree, the sled, a merry hello, and be jolly. So this is one that is retiring, so you might want to add this. If you haven't shopped that last chance list, you might want to add this. It's great for Christmas, of course. All right, so I'm going to just take a piece of my basic white, and I'll take my little Santa Claus. And I'm going to go ahead and ink this up. This is Tuxedo Black ink because I am going to color him with my Stampin' Blends. There he is. Isn't he cute? I'm going to set that aside now for a minute. And I actually have already cut one just to save a little time. So I'm going to just add some color now. So I'm going to start with his cheeks, and I'm going to start with the light, his cheeks and face. So I'm just going to add a little bit of color. This is Petal Pink Light. I like to leave a little, I don't want to color the whole thing in. I like to leave a little bit of light. And then I'm going to add just a touch of dark, maybe just on the bottom there. And then I always like to use the color lifter and just lighten that up a little bit. And just kind of soften those lines. Okay, that looks pretty good. Sometimes I'll take a pale pink and just add some cheeks there. In fact, you know what? I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to take my dark and just make that a little bit lighter right there where his little cheeks are. Just like that, so he's kind of rosy. And then I'll do a little pink on his mouth there. All right. Then I'm going to take my real red, and I'll start with the light. Actually, you know what? I'm going to start with the dark. Okay. And what I'm going to do is just sort of go around the edges just on one side, and then I'm going to add the light to sort of pull it just to create some contrast. So I'm going to go around there like that. I love coloring with the blends, and I noticed the other thing that happened yesterday was that our clearance rack was updated, and I did notice there's several different blends on there that are reduced. I think they're only like $4, so that's a really good deal. Okay, now I'm just going to take this lighter red and just pull this. I'm going to soften that line with the darker red and just kind of blend it in. Just soften all those dark lines there, and it makes it look, I think, a little more realistic. Okay, so there we have that. He's looking pretty cute, isn't he? Okay, then I'm going to take, for the belt and like his boots and gloves. Oh, you know what? I just realized I forgot to color his ears. So let me go back. There's his little ears. Okay, and then I'm going to start with Smoky Slate. This is the dark, or I'm sorry, this is light. And I'm going to add a little bit of gray to his gloves. And I found that I liked using the Smoky Slate with the black because I felt that when I just did the light and the dark black, it just was too dark. And you couldn't really get any dimension. At least I couldn't with the boots and the gloves. So I'm going to just do a little bit of this light Smoky Slate, and then I'll bring in the black. Okay, like that. I love coloring with these blends, and I think the more you do it, the better you get. So I'm just going to add a little bit of color there. And then I'll come in with my color lifter and soften those lines a little bit. Okay, and then I need to do his belt. Okay, I'm going to bring in my color lifter again and then just sort of soften all these lines. And I just thought that looked better, like I said, than just doing this all in the black. Just wanted to soften. And see how that, then it just sort of blends? Love the color lifter. Okay, this would be the kind of thing, if you're making this, you could stamp several of them and then just sit at night and do all the coloring. But look, he's pretty cute, don't you think? He just makes you happy. Okay, so now we're going to bring this back in and we'll take our Santa. He is going to just be sitting right on top of the chimney. And so I'm going to grab my dimensionals. And I'm going to pop him up. Like this. Yeah, so be sure to check out the clearance rack. There were some really good deals there. Okay, so he's going to fit just right on there like that. Isn't that cute? Okay, now what we're going to do is finish the inside here. And on my sample, I had stamped some stars. You could put the tree here or whatever. And then for my pocket, I just used a piece of real red and then a smaller piece of white because I wanted to stamp the to and the from. And that's from the Be Jolly stamp set too. So this would also make a really cute tag. So I'm going to do the to and the from, and I'll just do that in my tuxedo black. Just do to and from right there. And then we'll just glue this together. So I want to show you this since I don't have a gift card with me, but you can see how this is where you would insert your gift card, right in this pocket here. But what I did was actually just layered these. I'm going to get my ink out of the way here before it ends up getting on something somewhere that I don't want it to be. All right, so this is just going to go right on there like that. I do a lot of gift cards at Christmas, and I think, like I said, if you package them in a cute way, they are special and a little more personal. Okay, so there we have that. And so here is our cute gift card holder. And one of the things that I like about this is that it does fit into a regular envelope. So super cute. I will be putting the measurements for this on my blog tomorrow with the photo and everything, but it just flips down. And again, this was inspired by my demonstrator friend Carol Payne. So thank you, Carol, for the inspiration. And I have some other projects that I've shared with you before using the Be Jolly stamp set. And I just thought, since it is retiring, I would show you. This was the little frame that I did. This was a Facebook Live a few weeks ago. This was a really cute card because part of what I wanted to do was show you that Santa Claus doesn't always have to be in a red suit, right? So there is a little card, and again, it's the Merry Hello. Such a cute little Santa, and there you can see the bird. This one was like a fun fold card. We did that one. That was on a Facebook Live. I just think he's a happy guy. Okay, so those are the so a few ideas with this Be Jolly stamp set. It like I've said, it is retiring, so don't miss out on your chance to get that. And if you order today, I personally am offering free shipping on any orders of $50 or more. So you can go to lauramilligan.com, use this host code, and I will reimburse you the shipping along with your thank you card. And then the other thing I wanted to just show you briefly. This was a card that I made, and this features the Christmas Cloche bundle. And I wanted to point this out to you. This is a really cool bundle. You can make shaker cards with it. We actually have domes, shaker domes that will fit this shape of the cloche. But you can also use it without making it a shaker card. You can just do a regular card. And these dies the cloche dies are 50% off. They are only $14.50, which is a steal of a deal. And not only do the dies not only include the cloche shape, but they include these trees. They include these little white. Well, I've done them in white. The little dies here to make like a snowbank, and then the sweet little birds. So these to me are a must-have. I can't believe they're 50% off. I think this is just such a sweet little set of dies, and of course the coordinating stamp set. So don't miss out on that one. And I'm going to go ahead and switch back up. I appreciate you joining me today, and I hope that you'll take advantage of the offer, my free shipping offer. I would love to treat you to free shipping through the end of today, so don't miss out on that. And I will be back on Monday, and I hopefully will have Lucy with me one day next week as well. So I look forward to that. Thank you so much for being here today. I will look forward to seeing you next time. And as always, I hope you have time to be creative today. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great day. Bye-bye.